So the Milwaukee Bucks, it has just been a disaster. And I mean, when I say disaster, I mean absolute disaster of a year for them. And they are still looking to make trades. Look, Chris Middleton's still hurt. He's still not back. But like, when was the last time Chris Middleton and Giannis have been healthy together in a postseason? The last time they won a title. Like, Chris Middleton was not healthy in 2022 when realistically they almost made the finals without him. I still think that they would have made the finals. Like, or they would have won if they'd made the finals anyway in 2022, but still they didn't and they lost. But like, it's just the health of these guys is not ideal. And then you've got Doc Rivers as your coach. You've got Mr. Excuses, who has basically said, yeah, we're still going to make the playoffs. Doc Rivers is still saying they're guaranteed to make playoffs, man. They were 1-6 till they beat the Jazz, who were also 1-6. But now, according to Brian Windhorst, they are trying to trade. No one will trade with them. Let's take a listen to Brian Windhorst.
Questions right now? What's going on?
The Bucks are doing something that we don't see very often, which is scouring the trade market in the first week of November.
Yeah, we have got 3 weeks into the season. 3 weeks into the season. And the Milwaukee Bucks are looking to make a trade. That's not good at all.
As I was talking to teams this week, they were like, the Bucks just called. Oh. The Bucks just called. And I'm not sure I think the Bucks right now are just kind of searching and trying to cover their bases. And by the way,
I think they're just trying to get anything, by the way. I genuinely do think that they're trying to get any player to get something. And if you guys agree they're just trying to get something, subscribe. We're trying to hit 70 and 50 subscribers as soon as possible. But anyway, let's get on to it.
Giannis is not on the table. Dame is not on the table.
Sure.
They're looking for trying to help out some of their wing play. Chris Middleton's absence has been extended. I talked to one team who said, yeah, we talked to the Bucks. We came up with like 2 or 3 different scenarios, and we realized we're not allowed to make any of those trades. The Bucks are hemmed in on this second apron team, the new rules. They could not aggregate players together. They can't put like 2 or 3 players together to make a trade. They can't do a trade where they bring back more money. They have traded away the next 6 first-round picks, either the picks or the swaps. They have traded away the next 6 second-round picks. There's $75 million in the luxury tax right now. I don't think help is on the way through the trade market. But they are making calls, which definitely was interesting this week because
they're screwed. They're screwed. Basically, they're screwed. The Milwaukee Bucks are screwed. Like, they can't trade anyone. They actually can't, unless they want to go trade Giannis or Dame. They actually can't trade anyone. They can't take more money back. They can't trade 3 players for 1. Like, the only players it seems like they can trade are Giannis and Dame. What are the Milwaukee Bucks? What's their contracts looking like? What is their contract looking like for their team payroll? So I'm just trying to think, because like, they can get money back and they can trade a 1-for-1 basically. The problem is that no one's trading. You can't afford to lose Brook Lopez. You can't afford to lose. Like, no one's taking Chris Middleton. Is that a player option? Like, that's the thing, is like your only actual tradable asset is like a 1-for-1 Pat Connaughton for someone for $10 million. You're not going to get anyone that'll help you for $10 million. Maybe you can trade Bobby Portis. Maybe you can trade him for somebody. Maybe you can just get off Brook Lopez, but like, you're not going to win anything if you get off Brook Lopez. They're screwed. They're screwed. Like, you're not going to get anyone on rookie deals to trade. They're actually screwed. Like, the second apron has basically meant that they can't do anything. So they got to run with this team and pray. And like, a lot of people are going to say, oh, but like, you can go and trade Giannis. They're not trading Giannis midseason. Like, you're not going to decide to tank. Like, you're not going to decide to tank after 1 week. They're going to go for it. This is a team that healthy could somehow make it to a conference finals, and you never know what happens in the conference finals. You could make the conference finals And then, I don't know, the only chance you have of beating Boston, you could go make the conference finals. Jaylen Brown could roll his ankle. Tatum could roll his ankle and they both miss 2 games and you can scrape 2 other wins. And then you could go and play the Thunder in the finals and they just shit the bed because they're a young and inexperienced team and you could win another championship. So there's no way that this season they're trading anything. But like, I think it might be time to break it up if this doesn't work. You can get, like, you've got no first round picks. You can probably trade Giannis. If you trade Giannis, you would get the greatest haul of all time at 29 years old. You could get 2 young future stars and 5 firsts. Like, that is realistically what you could get for Giannis. For Dame, you could get a couple of future. You could probably get a couple of future firsts and a young player for Dame. Even at 34, he's that level of player. For Middleton, you can't get much for him. You're not, like, Brook Lopez probably going to walk at the end of the season. And then you've got no young talent either. And that's the problem is, like, I get it. Like, Gary Trent Jr. is not 25. Oh, crap. Gary Trent Jr. might only be 25 years old. Yeah, he is. He is. He's younger than me. What am I talking about? I keep forgetting how young Gary Trent Jr. is. It was like he was drafted, like, obviously he was drafted at Duke. Was it 2018 he was drafted? Yeah, he was drafted in 2018. Why am I so shocked that he's younger than me? But, like, Gary Trent Jr. is not old. AJ Johnson has a lot of potential. Beauchamp, cut your losses. But, like, they didn't draft well. They really haven't drafted well. And yeah, it is an interesting enough situation going on with Milwaukee. But I think the one word you can use to describe them is screwed. They are absolutely screwed. They cannot trade. They're not winning anything this year. And, like, they're obviously not in a position where they're going to break it up. And if they fire Doc Rivers... And you know what? Doc Rivers is Doc Rivers is good at getting a lot out of bad teams. In his defense, that's one thing Doc Rivers is very good at. So, like, if you are... Genuinely, if you're Milwaukee, I'd keep Doc Rivers through the tankathon. Like, I would break it up at the end of the season and I'd still keep Doc Rivers. Honestly. That is something I would definitely do if I was the Milwaukee Bucks. But, like, yeah, it's a tough one. It is a really, really tough one for Milwaukee for your fans. At least you got a ring. At least you got a ring. That's the only thing you have to say is, like, you have got a ring. So you got to be happy about it, I guess. But, yeah, Milwaukee are not getting another one.